Questions for Coach Hart, right here in the front row.
Coach, what was the message to the team after the game had concluded? You guys were in a half circle on the field.
Yeah, kind of what I mentioned, already is just like, we don't want this game to define us. I was proud of the effort we gave. I thought we kept fighting and kept battling and competing. Could have potentially gotten a goal or two. It would have been interesting to see what happened. But the message for me was, do not let this game define us. I mean, we had such an incredible season, and I got to believe this one is going to sting for a while. But when the pain of this loss wears off, I hope they realize how special this season was and what they were able to accomplish.
Got a couple of questions on Zoom. Michael, you can go first, and then Tony, you can go second. Michael.
Yeah, I think they outshot you 20-11 tonight. Is that surprising to you, the number of shots that they were able to get off and you guys didn't?
Yes and no. I thought we'd be able to press them a little more and turn them over in their end and have a little more of the ball. But let's be fair, that's a damn good team, right? Loaded with talent. I mean, you look at their roster and the amount of youth national team and 5-star prospect. I mean, they are loaded. As I mentioned before, prior to the season, we were nobody, right? Our first college cup. Our first NCAA win was a year ago. This is a team that has All-American after All-American after All-American, and College Cup appearances after College Cup appearances. I mean, we knew we were, we had some big odds against us. We knew it was a talented team, and so I didn't go into this game thinking that we were gonna destroy them or anything like that. But I did think we could cause them a few more problems than we did. But unfortunately, on the night they were good. And certainly, they deserve this one.
Tony?
Yeah, we talked to Riley about her vantage point of that disallowed goal, but just what did you see from it, and how much more momentum swing was that?
Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't see a replay, so I'm not sure if it was offside, but gotta trust that the linesman was in a good spot and made a good call. But I think it would have been interesting to see what would have happened had we scored the goal, but that's the game, right? I mean, we didn't get the goal, and they came back 2 minutes later and got one themselves. Again, credit to UCLA for playing an excellent game tonight.
More questions in the room, front row.
Coach, can you talk about some of the specific ways that the UCLA offense and just the team as a whole was able to challenge the pressing style of your team? Yeah,
I mean, they've got technically gifted players, right? I mentioned, just the quality of their players, and most teams that we played against, all year long, including a very, very talented Duke team, and several of the teams that we played in the NCAA tournament, the South Carolinas, the BYUs, all these good teams that we played this year. We would press them, and they would turn balls over. We were either able to nick balls away from them, and as Riley mentioned, the more successful we are in pressing, the more energy it brings and the more confidence it brings, and frustrates other teams. But they were able to play out of it, or even dribble out of it, and then it kind of breaks your spirit, and you're a little bit less confident in your press and stuff. So UCLA were able to do something that not any other teams were able to do to us this year.
Another question, front row.
When Brooke Steer had tried to put the ball back to Mac, and it unfortunately set out of bounds to cause that corner, she came out. Did you say anything to her, or was anything said to her, or was she kind of just allowed to handle it and get back in the game?
Yeah, no. For me, I wanted to get Sydney Yopich into the game, and I knew I would probably put Brooke back in, but wanted to get Sydney Yopich into the game. I thought that was a good opportunity. I was not trying to punish Brooke or anything for making a mistake. I mean, there were plenty of mistakes made out there, but no, it was just an opportunity to get someone else in the game.
One more question, front row.
It seemed like UCLA was trying to give you the wide areas on offense, just to pack up the box. How tricky did that make it to finish off?
Yeah, I tell you, I was, and it was kind of like the question that you asked Riley. I was, feeling like jumping in and answering that. But what was really impressive about UCLA to me was how comfortable they were without having the ball. Usually, teams that don't have the ball are frantic and disorganized, and they were pretty darn calm and composed without the ball. So we had some stretches in the game, and not enough for my liking, but we had some stretches in the game where we were able to have some ball and have some territory, but we weren't able to create chances because they were so darn organized, right? They played with a nice low block where they allowed us to shift it from side to side, and we weren't able to find many gaps and many seams, and when we did play it out wide, then they would trap us. And so I think as impressed as I was with their quality on the ball, I think I got to get a lot of credit for being pretty darn stingy defensively as well.
And another question from Zoom. Michael, go ahead.
Sorry, I asked mine. So
Okay, sorry, I still saw a hand up. Any more questions in the room? Is that it? Okay, well, Coach, thank you.
Awesome, thank you all.
Congratulations on a great
Appreciate you guys.
Congrats.